like most places in America. You know, Mexicans are dominating shit. Like McDonald's, for example. They have monopolized McDonald's. You can't go to a McDonald's in the city without hearing, "Welcome to McDonald's, I'm gonna take your order, please." Let me get a Big Mac. Oh, Big Mac! No cheese. Sin queso! That's the best English you gonna get in there, dog. The cashier is the one who speaks the best English. Look, go to a McDonald's. The further into the restaurant you look, the less English they speak. You can't talk to the nigga on the fries. He's not even supposed to be in the country. I could say this, because I'm half Mexican. I'm not, but let's pretend. I did have a Mexican family though, right? Again, blacks and Mexicans in Compton, right? Here's how I met my Mexican brother. I was 5 years old. I just got my first bike. My Mexican brother's name is Debo, right? So, I know, right? It's his street name, and you'll see why in a second. I get my first bike, I ride it down to the end of the block where their house is. Debo is on the porch. Debo sees me, he goes, "Hey, give me your bike, punk." And I was like, "No." And he was like, "All right." And then we became best friends. You know, it was an attempted robbery that ended in brotherhood. And I got to spend a lot of time with them, man. I learned how resilient Mexican people are because they spent the night at my house. I spent the night at their house for years. Years I would go over their house. I ain't seen these niggas drink water one time. Coca-Cola every fucking day. You hear me? Shit was wild, bro. I spent a lot of time with them. I love my Mexican family. I learned everything but how to speak Spanish. Because it's hard, man. And people be like, all you gotta do is be around some Spanish speakers and you'll learn it over time. No. That's not true. Because Mexicans who speak Spanish treat Spanish the same way black people treat spades. You better learn that shit. Because I'm not about to teach you. If you don't know, just sit down. One time, Debo's older brother, his older brother's named Gerardo, right? One time, Gerardo got mad at me. He confronted me. He was like, "Hey, fool, you've been around us for a long time. You don't know how to say baño?" It's like, nah, this motherfucker be asking for tacos and enchiladas. And Debo was like, chill. And then he switched to Spanish, because, you know, that's what they do when they say the shit they really want to say. He was like, nah, fuck that. Lo único que este güey sabe decir es quiere comer. Nada más. Which basically means, I know I had a burrito in the fridge. And I think this nigga took it. I'm paraphrasing, but I love my Mexican family, man. Nothing beats your God-given family, right? My immediate family was one of them ones, you know? And I was the youngest of 4 boys, so by the time my mom had me, she was tired of niggas. Both of my brothers went to Compton High, and then they went to jail. So naturally, she didn't want me to go to Compton High. She drove me to a high school 30 minutes away from Compton in a white neighborhood. Now, what she didn't realize is a lot of people had the same idea. So now I'm at this school with white people and my neighbors. And the white kids were crazier than the black kids, because they were just more ambitious, you know? Like black kids will come see the white kids on their Nextels and be like, hey, you see him over there? I'ma steal that nigga's phone. White kids will come to school, see a black kid with the Pop Smoke braids, and it's like, you see him over there? I'ma steal that nigga's culture. If you didn't laugh at that, I get it. The truth is an acquired taste. They were overprotective of me, man. My brother was one of these people because he was a felon. He was in and out of prison. He stole cars. He sold drugs. So naturally, he didn't want me to sell drugs unless they was his. Gotta keep it in the family, you know? He hated my friends growing up. He didn't like any of my friends. Whenever he saw me around my friends, he would stop his car in the middle of the street, get out, and be like, you can't be hanging with them, because you're gonna end up dead or in jail. Dead or in jail. It was like his slogan, dead or in jail. It was crazy to me, because the first time I went to jail, I was with my brother. It was that nigga's day to babysit. He took me to this house where him and 10 of his friends were harboring a stolen vehicle, right? What they didn't realize is that the car had LoJack on it. So while they inside parlaying and celebrating, police surround the house. They catch wind of it, and this was the first time I got to see 10 friends forget they were friends instantly. Niggas start jumping out the window, somebody jumped through the door, another nigga tried to jump through the wall like Bugs Bunny. The wall nigga got caught. He thought it was a game. Me and my brother ended up in the backyard, right? We start hitting fences. I'm 5 years old, running from the cops with my brother. We hop over one fence, then another fence, then up the third fence, you heard this woman go, oh my God, what are you doing? And then you just heard, shut up, bitch. And then my brother popped me because I was too young to curse, right? So we running, we get to this brick wall that's too high for me to climb, so I freeze, which gives the cop just enough time to catch up. And he draws his weapon on us and says, stop or I'll shoot you both. And it was something about the way he said both that made me realize, I'm 5. I should be coloring. I'm looking at my brother, he's shaking his shit. I have to check him like, get it together, nigga. Don't say shit till we lawyer up.
White supremacy is wild to me for a few reasons. First of all, I feel like every white supremacist I've ever seen is pretty much the least supreme looking motherfucker. Like, I've never seen an avowed white supremacist and thought to myself, behold, the pinnacle of man. Like it's not a bunch of Hemsworths walking around with swastika tattoos, you know? It's not. Your average white supremacist walks in looking like Busted Magazine's fuck up of the year, 2005. Walks in with a tattoo on his neck of a skull. It's got more teeth than he does. Walks in looking like he's about to invent a whole new type of hepatitis. Ain't even thought up yet. Looking like that, talking about supremacy, I think that's wild. I also think it's wild to keep believing in supremacy considering all the L's they've taken over the course of this country's history, you know? Like, I know it's easy to look around right now and feel like they're doing pretty okay, but really they've mostly lost every major battle they fought up until this point, and they keep talking about supremacy. Like, I feel like the mood of their meetings had to get weirder and sadder over the years, you know? Like, they came into the meeting in 1865, like, okay, so they freed all the slaves. Big whoop. Look, they still can't marry our women. They still can't go to our schools. Hey, how's any of that ever going to change, guys? It ain't like women can vote, okay? It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. 1965, they come into the meeting like, okay, so they can drink from our water fountains now, so we can't legally harass them just for coming into the same diner anymore. But look, there's got to be something we can do to legally harass these people still. Come on. Jimmy, Johnny, Lee, Roy, Leroy, Ricky, Randy, Billy, Bobby, Mike, Steve, Stuart, Stanley, Danny, David. You guys are cops. Put your heads together. We can figure this out. All right, it's not like one of them's the president. 2008, they come in kicking shit over like, okay, all right, this is a tough pill to swallow, I'm not gonna lie. But look, we gotta focus on the positives, guys. Like, hey, it's not like they're gonna start taking the Confederate flag down, all right? They're not going to start pulling down the statues or renaming the streets or nothing like that. And hey, gay people still can't get married. That's something, right? Some guy in the back's like, aren't some gay guys white men? Shouldn't they be supreme too? It's like, no, Bobby, they don't count. You know that. Listen, we got to focus on the positives, guys. Like, hey, there's still no blacks in country music. Same guy in the back's like, what about Darius? Shut the fuck up, Bobby. Jesus Christ. Gay marriage gets legalized. They're just smoking cigarettes, staring at the wall. Like, I don't know. Y'all know what transgenders are? And they've been flailing with that shit ever since, but they mostly lose, you know. The other reason white supremacy is wild to me is I feel like I never really identified as white. I'm not about to do some Rachel Dolezal shit. That's what I'm about to do. This will make more sense in a minute, I promise. What I mean is, my whole life growing up poor, rural Tennessee, whenever I heard others talk about white people, in my head that was always like Connecticut, Yacht Club, like Dill. Is that Dill? Like in white people, right? Like white people. And I didn't know what I was, but I knew I wasn't the same thing as them. And it was very confusing to me as a young man. Now that I'm an adult, it couldn't be more clear. I'm not white, I'm white trash. Right? And it's like, and it is different. It is different. There's a whole list of differences. Like white people got a trust fund, white trash people got trust issues. You know, it's like, white people got a sister who's secretly a lesbian. White trash people got a sister who's secretly their mama. White people play golf with their boss on the weekends. White trash people play scratch-offs with their rent money on payday. Different. The way they have kids is different. Nowadays, white people wait till they're 35 to have kids. They got in vitro clinics, ovulation calendars, fertility stuff. White trash people more fertile than an Amish cornfield, baby. You can't stop us from having kids, no matter how hard you try. The way they name those kids is different. White parents are like, Brighten, Paisley, it's time for your piccolo lessons. Right? White trash parents like, Remington, Bassmaster. Quit exploding them frogs, get in a goddamn house. It's different. I know. I have kids. Of course I have kids. I worry about my kids all the time on account of this trash blood I gave them. You know, like I try to raise them right, but I worry at the end of the day my trash blood will be too much for them to overcome, you know? Like nobody should be forced to be giving my blood, dude. Like the Red Cross looks at my family history and they're like, we're good. Thanks, though. Right? Like, thank God for my wife for diluting it with hers a little bit, you know? But like, I love my wife, but she's from a different town in rural Tennessee. Like, her blood ain't top shelf for nothing, you know? Like, let's be honest. Like, my wife's blood is like boxed wine, you know? It's like, it's nobody's favorite, but people can handle it in a pinch, you know? My blood's just moonshine made in a radiator, dude. Like, it's just poison. That's all it is. Right? So I worry all the time about how my kids are going to turn out, right? But believe it or not, living in Los Angeles has kind of helped me with this because, like, you live in LA, you look around, you see plenty of rich white kids that are all fucked up too, you know? And it makes me feel better. So I'm like, oh, well, maybe it's not about the blood. Maybe it's just a crapshoot either way, right? But I got to say, I feel like that's another way in which they're different is childhood trauma. Because, like, rich white kids are like, yeah, my mother was never very emotionally available, and I've got a lot of residual psychological scarring from that. And white trash kids are like, I got beat with a tire iron. I have actual scars from that. Like, you see that? That's a tire iron scar. That's what that is. I believe that's not cool. You shouldn't do what I just did. You shouldn't like diminish other people's trauma just because you didn't personally experience it. But it's a whole thing with poor people. It's so hard for poor people to believe that rich people went through any kind of genuine adversity, no matter what the circumstances were, you know? Like when all that Epstein shit was coming out, I guarantee you there was people in trailer parks all around this country watching that like, they got to go to an island? I was in my uncle's El Camino. What the fuck? Yeah. Yeah, that one's rough. I know. But yeah, I don't know. Obviously, I'm just trying to be a good trash daddy. That's all I'm saying. Trying to be a good trash daddy. Sometimes I worry I've overcorrected. Sometimes I worry that mine are too California-y, you know, like my older son, he's a vegetarian for moral reasons, right? Which, like, that's fine with me, but you know what my papa would say about that? Fucking, he'd get canceled for it. I can tell you that much. It wouldn't be good. I just look at them sometimes, I'm like, man, these kids are soft. They're fucking soft, right? But I realize I'm such trash that what I think is soft is actually just a standard middle-class American upbringing, right? Like, that's all it is. Like my wife went school clothes shopping for them, and she let them pick through what she brought home, and she told me, she was like, yeah, they don't like anything in this pile, so I'm going to return those tomorrow. And I was like, what do you mean they don't like anything in that pile? What does that have to do with anything? They know when I was a kid, school clothes came in a garbage bag after my older cousin went back to juvie. I've been a Raiders fan for 30 years because of that motherfucker. Who gives a shit what they like, right? I'll try to roast them some fresh vegetables. I didn't know you could get vegetables not in a can until I was 28 years old. Right? Like, blew my mind. Blew my mind. I try to share this wondrous revelation with my children. I'll roast them some fresh broccoli, cauliflower. I'll church it up, put some balsamic drizzle on it, whatever. They just don't, it don't matter. They're just picky. They just won't eat it. They just don't want it. And I'm sitting there like, I ate squirrels, God damn it. Who the fuck do you think you are? The other day, my 11-year-old got cold in the house, so he just went and turned the thermostat up a little bit. Like, didn't ask somebody nothing, didn't say nothing to nobody. Just walked over and just turned it up. I could feel the souls of my ancestors telling me to slap his ass. But I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I'm trying to be a good trash daddy. I am. I am definitely white trash. I want to tell y'all what I think is the single most white trash thing about me. This is a 100% true story. So my parents got divorced when I was 7, and I know you're like, yeah, we figured. Can't believe they were married at all. But yeah, they were. They got divorced back then, early 90s, rural Tennessee. Parents get divorced. Mama just kind of got custody by default. That's just how it worked, you know. So my mom got custody of us, but my dad was like, okay, but they're going to live with me, though. And the judge was just like, ain't you got a Camaro to work on or something? Just let her have them, bro. Right, but we lived with my dad, and because we lived with my dad, he didn't pay her any child support because in his eyes, that was bullshit. And apparently, that was bullshit is not a formally recognized legal defense for not paying child support, right? You can't just plead that's some bullshit, as it turns out. So my dad accumulated all this debt to the state over the course of his life. When he dies years back, I had to reconcile all that, which I didn't know was a thing, but it is in the right circumstances. For example, if you owe money to the state, it's like everything with money works the same way, really. It's like, you know how like if you got a lot of money in the bank will give you more money for having all that money in the bank. But if you ain't got no money in the bank will charge you money for not having no money in the bank, right? It's like everything works that way with money, including inheritance. It's like if you're rich and your parent dies, you're sad, but you got a new lake house or the throne of England or whatever. Like there's upsides to it. You know, but if you're poor and your parent dies, you're poor plus they're poor. And I'm generationally poor, dude. I come from no money. So I was trying to figure out what I was going to do. My friends see this. They become concerned. They're like, damn, man, who you owe money to? I was like, I got to pay his fucking child support, man. They're like, heard that, but I thought you had both your kids. No, not on them, on me. I'm so white trash, I got to pay my own child support. And the worst part is I can't stand this little motherfucker. Always laying around my house, eating up my food, starting fights with my wife, talking shit about me in my own head. He sucks. So I was trying to figure out what I was going to do, and I finally get a call from the state of Tennessee one day. They're being very helpful. They're like, is there anything we can do to help? Like, are there any assets you can liquidate? I was like, what? And they're like, is there any shit you could sell? I was like, oh, yeah. I was like, well, there's the house I grew up in where my Meemaw still lives. And they're like, that's perfect. So what you do is you sell that house, use the proceeds to pay us off, do with the rest as you see fit. And it all kind of clicked for me in that moment. And I was like, so you're telling me that I need to sell the house I grew up in where my Meemaw still lives so I can pay y'all my own child support? And she was like, can we call you back? And I got a call a couple hours later from her manager, and he was like, yeah, listen, don't worry about that. We wiped all that out. We took care of it. And that's the first time in my life that I was like, damn, maybe I am white.
As a New Yorker, like I've traveled to places. You ever travel to some place and everything closes at 9 o'clock? I was at a hotel, and I got there at like 11 o'clock at night, and I said, hey, what's open to eat? And they were like, everything closes at 9 o'clock. And I was like, vampires, right? That could be the only logical explanation as to why there is not one pizza joint that is open right now. And here's the thing, as a New Yorker, I travel a lot more now, and like the more I travel, the more I'm starting to see New York a little differently, and I don't like it. You know what I mean? Like, you travel outside of New York, you start to pick up on things. Like that first day back is rough. I get back, I get off my flight, I look around, I'm like, it is kind of nasty. I don't want to feel that way about my city, man. But I go to other places and I'm like, there's no trash around your trees. Where do you guys keep your trash? In bins? That's disgusting. I don't touch my trash. And it's happening more often now because I'm traveling more, and which is so expensive, by the way. Like, if you're buying flights, it's ridiculous. I'm going to Wisconsin, $700. That's what I said, $50 at the most. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should pay me to get on that flight. Like, why? What cheese enthusiast is ruining this for the rest of us? I thought it was ridiculous. I checked every airline, because that's what you do, right? I was like, I must be hallucinating. This can't, even Spirit, I ain't got no shame. Like, all of them. If you look at Spirit Airlines, you are in a financial situation, right? That I feel like anybody can relate to, you know what I mean? Like, it's not just an airline. It defines an economic era of our lives and should be respected as such. And it's always a bad choice. Look, Spirit It's always a bad, I'll hit you with the double negative. It's never not a bad choice. You know it is. You know it's a bad choice because you see the price right there and you still got to talk yourself into that flight. Because I saw the price. I was like, woo! $27. That's less than I thought. I started giving myself reasons. I was like, come on now, nobody's hijacking a Spirit plane. Like, you're safe. Even if someone did, every passenger on that flight would be like, you thought you was the only one that bought a gun? Like, you really thought? It's a Spirit Airlines, sir. Nuck if you buck, Hans Gruber. It doesn't matter where I go. As soon as people find out that I'm a New Yorker, they feel compelled to tell me how they feel about New York. Right? Like, I don't ask. But they always tell me, and it's usually some cliche thing, you know, they'll be like, New Yorkers are mean. And here's the thing, we're not mean, we're aggressively kind. Right? We're very misunderstood. I always tell people, get lost in New York City, the first person that will help you is a New Yorker. Guaranteed. Guaranteed, because we can't stand lost-looking people. Like, we hate your lost-looking faces. I'm not even gonna lie to you. We see them at the, like, right at the subway map, just like, Is it uptown? Is it downtown? What's Midtown? Literally the middle. I just picture them like panicked at the map, and then like out of the darkness, they hear a voice. Where you trying to go? That is one word in New York City. Where you trying to go? No breaks. You've been looking at the map for 5 minutes. Where you trying to go? I'm trying to help you get out of my way. You've been in my way 5 minutes. Look at this map. Such a wild thing, man. And people in New York, like, here's the thing about New York City. Like, if you have a bad time in New York City, I feel like that's because you didn't know the rules before you got here. You gotta know the rules before you get here, man. Every city has rules, right? And one of the cardinal rules of New York City, mind your business. It should say that when you land in New York. Welcome to New York, mind your business. Right? That's what forget about it means. It means forget what you just saw. Because what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but what happens in New York never happened. Why you snitching? Like, why would you say anything? I had to teach my husband this lesson. My husband is a white boy from the Midwest. Thank you so much. I'm a Puerto Rican girl from the South Bronx, man. Like, hey. I know we got Puerto Ricans here. Hey. Yeah. What up, probably my cousins? I'm just saying, let's do a 23andMe later and get weird. That's the thing, I'm not gonna lie to you. As a Puerto Rican girl from the South Bronx, I didn't think I could bag a white boy from the Midwest. I thought I was too aggressive. Because I don't know how to soft flirt. You know what I mean? Like, you know how some girls can like really cute flirt? Not me. I'm New York aggressive with it. I'd be like, yo, I like you, son. You trying to do this? Hey, yo, you trying to smash? Turns out he liked it. He was like, I'm scared, I'm gonna follow her. But I'm not gonna lie to you, man, moving from the Midwest to New York, what a culture shock. I couldn't start him in the South Bronx, you know what I mean? Like, I couldn't. That's not a starter borough, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's... Right, We don't start people in the Bronx. We end them. Don't shoot the messenger. Although we do, we shoot the messenger. Nobody getting messages. But we found a nice starter borough, Astoria, Queens, great starter borough, right? We moved there, man. I showed them all the artisan coffee shops. I was like, look, your people did that. We moved to this nice, quiet neighborhood, or so we thought, till one day we were driving around and a fight broke out in the middle of the street. 2 grown men started beating the crap out of each other. And my sweet Midwestern husband was like, oh no. I should do something. I was like, if you don't roll up your window right now, I'll fist fight you myself. I was like, what you gonna do, Captain America? You gonna fight 2 grown men? You have psoriatic arthritis, take a seat. I'll tell you what's about to happen. I'm about to watch you get jumped. That's what's about to happen. And I'm gonna watch, because I know how to mind my business. I already learned. This is your lesson, baby, not mine. It wasn't like that when we first got to the neighborhood. When we first got to the neighborhood, the hottest beef on the block were 2 businesses that were at war with each other. It was a health food store and a bagel shop. And the health food store started selling bagels. That's what I said. Here's the thing, they could have sold their bagels in secret. That would have been the respectable thing to do. But they put out a sign. Right, and the sign said, we sell organic bagels. So the bagel shop put out a sign. And their sign said, there's no such thing as organic bagels. I saw that, I was like, the block is hot. It's hot in these streets. My favorite thing is like, people still, no matter how crazy it is in New York, people still want to come to New York. They still want to come. People dream of coming to New York. They always tell me it's my dream of going to New York City. And we know why. New Yorkers, we know why. You want something crazy to happen. You want to see something wild. You want your weird New York story. I always tell them, come. It'll happen. We aim to please. The homeless will always provide. I'm sorry, the unhoused. Cupcake? Cupcake? I don't know. I realized that that's our PC term now, is unhoused. And look, I was an English major in college. I'm down to play with language. Let's do this. But we can talk about unhoused, can't we? It's goofy. I'll tell you why. Number one, that's the same word. You can't convince me otherwise. I have a thesaurus. You ain't gonna lie to me. And 2, it sounds worse. Right? Homelessness sounds like a situation that could not have been prevented. Unhoused sounds like somebody just rolled up on them and was like, I'll be taking this. And no more house for you. The second I heard it, I was like, what an elitist, privileged way of describing a situation, right? Right, you can hear it right away. Did you hear about Janice? She was recently unhoused. That's the kind of word that is only used to make the speaker of said word feel better about acknowledging a situation they know nothing about. It just makes them uncomfortable to acknowledge it, so they created a word as a buffer, but there's no progress in that word. There is no help in that word. And if you've ever lived in that situation, then there are a bunch of words you would have used instead of that word. Like, I was shocked. I was like, nobody thought of nomad? That's my first choice. Can you imagine you roll up on a homeless person? What up, my nomadic brother? Way to stay off the grid, man. I, too, am anti-establishment. Some of the words, honestly, some of the changes I'm okay with. You know what I mean? Some of the changes I think are pretty brilliant. I know a lot of people are upset with all the PC language, but I find it kind of entertaining. Like, did you know on social media now, they're calling smoking weed gardening? I love it. Oh, it makes me sound so much more productive. I've been gardening all day. Gardening helps me deal with people. You know, it doesn't matter how crazy New York gets, it's still a vibe. It's still a city that has its energy. Man, when you think about it, even when COVID hit, we were the epicenter. Even COVID came through like, New York is lit. COVID was like, if I can make it here, I can make it anywhere. Lived its best life. I remember when they released us, from COVID captivity. We got rid of that 6 feet of personal space day one. Day one, it was gone, man. We couldn't wait. I know, because I got on the subway, and within 2 seconds, I had a guy this close. Right in my face like that. I was like, sir, we're the only 2 people on this train. I feel like there's a lot of options you're not taking. But where you trying to go? I thought he was lost for like a second. Maybe he thought I was the map.
So I know, perhaps this is not what you expected to happen in this comedy show. But now that we're in this area, isn't tonight a good opportunity to face all your problems, finally, and reject them? You don't have to solve, you just say no. I don't want. Way to do that is very simple. All you have to do is give up your dreams, because death is coming, and then let's party! Woo! Right on. Now let's discuss what are the problems with this approach. Because not easy, man. Not easy. Nothing worth doing is easy. Nothing not worth doing, also easy. Nothing is easy, basically. I'll talk you through what happens. Okay, if you give up your dreams, you actually feel very relaxed. You're like, oh, I don't have to suffer. I don't have to strive. I can just chill here. You know, death is coming. Every moment is precious. Okay, this show will never happen like this again. We are occupying a unique moment in time, right? And so it becomes like, okay, all right, this is real. This is really happening, right? And then you start to party. However you party, I don't know. You start a party for like 5 minutes, and then you feel a wave of pointlessness wash over you. Saying, well, isn't this just as meaningless as having dreams is? And now you're in NCUI auditorium. Faced with this fundamental problem. The problem is, you think removing everything bad from your life would leave something good. But if you remove all the bad shit from your life, it just leaves nothing. And nothing doesn't feel like anything. It's like underneath it all, without any problems, why am I still not being able to party? Why, if nothing is wrong, is everything not right? Now, luckily for us, people have been working on this problem for a long time. Okay, there are things you can do to solve. Okay, you can meditation. You guys know meditation? You don't know? 5 years ago in America, they invented meditation. Okay. All the top CEOs do it. People were like, before I wasn't making profit, then I go into my chamber, I go, sell everything, profit. And in India also, in the East, people have been doing meditation for a long time. And you can do it now. You can go to a meditation retreat. You go off for like 10 days, 30 days. You can just go and meditate. And typically for the first 5 days, you're not allowed to talk. Yeah, because the key to awakening is first shut your mouth. People are like, but I'm sad. Shut the fuck up, sit quietly for 5 days in lotus position, then we will see what the real problem is. I've gone, okay? People can't take it. They can't take the silence. 5 days, people start weeping by day 2. You're not allowed to laugh at them also. Fucking. Yeah. Not cool. Have you seen someone crying quietly? It's the funniest shit in the world. But if you laugh, they'll kick you out. I'm just letting you know. And all of you are modern working people. You don't have time to leave your life and go somewhere, right? But luckily for you, you can download mindfulness. You can put mindfulness next to Instagram on your phone. What a time to be alive. You decide what kind of day you want. And because these apps are American, they are very competitive, and the industry they have spawned is fucking hilarious, okay? You get a full spectrum of mindfulness apps. Lower end of the spectrum, sleep sounds. This is the whole app, sleep sound. Rain. But it's raining outside. No. I want South American rain. Here the rain is like tup tup, there it's like tip tip. I'm like a tip tip guy. I want to hear rain falling on a frog's back. As a tip tip guy. Then in the middle of the spectrum, you have apps that give you some mindfulness instruction. Right? They'll say, observe your breathing. You're like, then that's all. And they give you a little bit of wisdom also, but like lo-fi, chill hop wisdom they give. They'll say, remember, your past is not here. Well then, what is this? Who is responsible for this? It's not about the destination, it's about the journey. What about the traffic? And more than anything, they say, live in the moment. And you're like, cool. How? And apparently, how is a dumb question to ask. What do you mean, live? 1, 2, 3. Right now, you're living there. Come back here. Just live harder. And you will enter the moment. This is the problem. If nothing is wrong, then why isn't everything fine? How to live in the moment. And people have really been working on this problem for thousands of years. And many people have said they know the answer also. There's all these monasteries in the East where people are like, we know the answer, but the main thing is, we won't tell you. Inside we live, all of us, super chill, know everything, happy as fuck. You come, oh no dude, no. Get lost. We know the answer to life, we come, we'll kill you. Then if you're reborn again there only, then we'll tell you. So all these ancient secrets, the answer to the problems of life exist, but they were inaccessible until now. Now all that shit is on YouTube. You can find it. You have to just go past the normal shit you normally watch. You know what you watch, Kinder Joy unboxing video. How to pick locks. 10-hour time lapse. Pile or Ghumru, what's the difference? Expert explains. If you go past all that shit, you find, okay, the answers to life. All these videos are uploaded by white people who is not. I'm not about to say something racist, okay? It'll seem that way, but I'm not. It's all these white people came to India in the 60s and 70s, and they went to all these ashrams, and they learned all this stuff, and they've gone back to America, opened their own schools, translated everything into English, and made videos, and you can watch that video right now. And I watch those videos frequently, very near the actual ashrams, where I will never go. And it hurts my feelings. Because I was like, why can't I just go to the original guys? Because they don't have Wi-Fi. It's very dirty. There's no cushion, no? Okay. So I watch these videos. Sometimes it hurts my sense of national identity. I don't know if you guys can relate when you're traveling abroad and there's like a yoga class And you're like, fuck man, why am I not amazing at yoga? Why? Because people are like, hey, are you from India? And you're like, yes. Indeed. Oh, all of us can do this. Yes. But it's usually some like white lady called Magdalene who's fucking amazing at yoga. Who's like, would you like to come for my class? I'm like, no, namaste, Magdalene. I'm busy, I have to levitate in my hotel room. No, we can all do it. We learned board exams. Socially useful productive work is actually levitation. And so I watch those videos, okay. So always like, today's lecture on the ancient sutras is by Guru John. Okay, Guru John, let me know Guru John. Guru John is good, Guru Steve. Guru Steve rocks. Guru Steve is from Cupertino, California, the birthplace of philosophy. That's where it all began. And Guru Steve's thing is that, guys, I'm genuinely a big fan. Okay, Guru Steve's thing is that he tells these parables that don't make sense. Okay, and you can't understand them from your brain. But if you understand them from your heart, then you become enlightened. This is what Rishi Steve says. I should say Rishi Steve. Rishi Steve says, if you can understand these parables from your heart, you become enlightened. But I've never understood. But let me tell you a story. Maybe you'll understand. You'll tell me. Okay? So this is what Maharishi Steve said. This is a story starts. One day, a tiger is chasing a man. Okay? There's no backstory. There's like, what? Because they were business partners and then the man betrayed him and killed the tiger and his son has a locket with the tiger's photo. Like, badla lunga, man, his blood. Like, no. Man is running, tiger's chasing, man is running, tiger's chasing. Man runs, he reaches a cliff. He's like, nowhere to go. Tiger's reaching behind him, he's like, what do I do? He looks down, there's a vine going down. He's like, haha. He starts climbing the vine. Okay, he climbs. He stops in the middle and looks below. There are two more tigers circling. The tiger's like, what the fuck did you think? We have planned this. We have a slack. Man is hanging there faced with a dilemma. If he goes up, he will die. If he goes down, he will die. If he stays there, he'll die. Either way, death is coming. Hands are busy, how to party? Then he notices, out of the vine, a single strawberry is growing. And then he eats it, and it was delicious. And Maharishi Steve says, I hope you understand. Namaste. Main takeaway, I didn't know strawberries grew on vines. Right? Not they just like at the supermarket, they just come. And growing up in the 90s in India, I've had like strawberry ice cream at least 10 years before a real strawberry. Right? You remember when you first eat that strawberry, after so long, you're like, what, this is not the same thing. Lot of flavor mysteries. I'm yet to see a black currant. What is it? What is it? Like? Is that the taste of thunder? Black currant. Yeah. Oh, it tastes like activated charcoal. Right. Another mystery: butterscotch. It's not butter. It's not scotch. Has that crunchy thing you find in your eye in the morning. It's the taste of snail mucus. Activated. Ooh.
I got yelled at recently for saying the word homeless. I was at a dinner party and I said the word homeless. And this woman at the dinner party, she corrected me. She let me know that the preferred term now is unhoused. And the idea behind that is the word homeless puts the responsibility on the person who does not have a shelter. And the word unhoused puts the responsibility on the system that has failed to provide a shelter for that person. Right, yeah. And that little tweak in the language is meant to fix it. And maybe it will, right? Maybe it will. I don't know. Worth a shot. Maybe it'll help a little bit. Maybe it'll help like how a toddler helps you move. Like it'll be that much, right? Like, you know, when like two people have a desk and the toddler's like, maybe sometimes problems seem so big and so unsolvable, and we feel so small and powerless in front of them that we will latch on to whatever tiny thing that we think we can control, and we'll hold on to that, right? Sometimes people are just like, oh man, this homeless issue, it's so bad. I feel so terrible for these people. I don't know how to help. I'm just one person. What do I do? I know what I'll do. I'll take this word that I just learned and I'll find someone who hasn't learned it yet. And I'll bludgeon them over the head with it. And the reason why I said that word in the first place was because earlier that week, I had been having brunch out on a patio. And while I was having brunch, an unhoused man... Progress. An unhoused man walked up to that patio, dropped his pants, and started masturbating. And I was sitting there, face to face isn't the perfect word. Head to head, eye to eye. And I thought to myself in that moment, well, I'm not going to tell nobody about this. And so I was at this dinner party later that week, right? And the conversation reached a natural lull. And I saw my opening. So I cleared my throat and I said, I have something I'd like to discuss. And I told that story. And this woman, she corrected me, right? In front of everybody else, she corrected me. She said, I believe the word you're looking for is unhoused, okay? And also, I'm sorry, did this man's mental health crisis ruin your brunch? And I wanted everyone to think I was a good person, so I was like, no! No, it made my brunch better. It made it better. I ordered more food. I called my friends up. I was like, you gotta get down here. They're doing new stuff at brunch. But to be honest, yeah, ruined my brunch. And it wasn't because he was unhoused or homeless or whatever word you want to use. That had nothing to do with it. It could have been anyone. It could have been Guy Fieri jacking off at my brunch. I love this place. I come here every time I'm in town. It still would have ruined it. Because it was a guy jacking off at my brunch. And it ruined it for a couple of reasons, okay? The first reason is, I happen to believe that brunch is a lie. I do. I believe that brunch is a social construct made up by people who are too afraid to admit that they want to get hammered at breakfast. Some of us were doing that already. We didn't need a little portmanteau to justify our mid-morning alcoholism. And that's fine. I can participate in your charade. But I can't do that and think about the consequences of late-stage capitalism at the same time. All right? I can do brioche, or I could do Ronald Reagan got rid of our mental health care safety net in the early 1980s. This is where I have the trouble. And the other reason it ruined my brunch was because this man had a beautiful penis. Top notch. And it made me feel bad about my penis. His penis was glorious. It was beautiful. It was aesthetically pleasing, which for a penis is no guarantee. It was big, but not too big at all. It was plump. It was a plump erection. It was plump. Well, I'm only 39, but already when I get a boner, it's a real C- average. All right, like my penis has the energy of like an old British soldier saluting. Does that make sense? Like when I get a boner, it's like, "Hello, Lieutenant." Like it's. Like his penis was like a Marine on his third day. You know what I mean? It was like, "Yes, sir!" Like it was ready for action. And so I brought this up at this party. And this woman, she corrected me. She got to have a little endorphin hit, right? She got to feel good about herself, like she was doing something, because she corrected the big dumb idiot who said the wrong word at the party. Even though in reality, she didn't do anything to actually help this guy out. But she still got a little endorphin hit, right? And I got my own little endorphin hit later on that evening, when I took each of the dinner party guests aside one by one. And was like, "What the hell was that about?" Right? Okay. Calm down, Bernie Sanders. Jeez, right? But I'm an even bigger hypocrite than she is, right? Because I didn't do anything to help the guy either. Neither one of us did anything to help the guy, but at least I was there. I didn't even give him the rest of my French toast, which I did not finish. And what's terrible about that is there are people out there who have enough money and power and influence where they can actually help change these systems, but they remove themselves from it. They make it so they never have to see it. They never have to deal with the consequences of their actions, right? They're not at my brunch. They're not at my dinner parties. They're having their own dinner parties right on another side of town, behind gates and fences and security guards. And what's ironic about that is those rich, powerful people having their dinner parties up in their ivory towers, a lot of those people pay people to jack off in front of them. So we've got a problem, and we've got a solution. If we could just figure out some way to get these guys to see eye to eye. And that's why I'm running for president.
When he and I got together, we had that conversation about labels, because I felt ready to be called boyfriend and girlfriend, and he goes, being in my 40s, I feel like I'm a little old to be called somebody's boyfriend, but if you call me your man friend, it sounds like I'm not allowed in your playground. I was like, all right, well, what are you gonna call me? And he goes, I'll just be like, this is my lady. And I was like, well, we're not at a Renaissance fair. So no. Also, I can't use the equivalent of that. I can't be like, Mom, Dad, I'd like you to meet my Lord. And he's also a comedian. My ex-husband was actually a comedian too. I can't stop shitting where I eat. No, I didn't tell you. My love life is a Chipotle. Just keep the eating and shitting all under one roof. It's very convenient, very farm to table, you know. They're right there. And I wasn't much of a jealous girlfriend in my 20s, but then some switch flipped in my 30s. And now when I see somebody hit on the person I'm with, I just feel myself anamorph into the cast of Jersey Shore. I am ready to brawl. And he does get hit on. When he walks on stage, women whistle at him. And at comedy clubs, there's usually a security guard in the back to kick people out in case they heckle. So at his shows, I've just started to stand next to the security guard. And if I see a woman laughing too hard at one of his jokes, I just walk up and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. He's my favorite comedian. Well, he's my lord. Scoot, beat it. I feel like most people assume I'm exaggerating during that joke, but if you follow me online, you'll know I posted a video a few months ago of a woman who sat in the front row of one of my shows, and after I told that joke, she goes, your boyfriend is my favorite comedian. We've seen him like 8 times. And I was like, lady, did you not just hear that this is when I go snooky on somebody? What are you doing? And she doubled down. She's like, he's so cute. He's so hot. And he responds to my Instagram comments. And that's when I took out my hoop earrings. All the men in the crowd were looking around like, Jerry, Jerry, Jerry. It's like, yeah, time to fuck around and find out, madam. Get up here. I don't actually worry about my boyfriend cheating on me. I feel like men's bodies start to really turn on them in their 40s. He has to wake up every 2 hours in the night to pee. And when I see him in the morning with bags under his eyes, I hug him and I go, babe, I'm sorry you didn't sleep well. And then I think, you're too exhausted to cheat on me. You're not getting enough REM to pull off 2 relationships. I like you slow like this. Can catch you if I need to. Get back here. But now the second I see him start to reach for melatonin, I'm like, the fuck are you resting up for, huh? You stay sleepy. I don't usually mind our age gap, but there is that new filter on TikTok where couples are posting pictures together, and then a filter goes across the screen, and it shows you what you'll look like together in 50 years. Like it ages you. So I did that with a picture of me and my boyfriend, and when the filter went across the screen, it just made him disappear. Just me holding an urn. I was like, what? No, please. And my boyfriend was like, I want to see the picture. I was like, oh, my phone died. And so did you. What am I gonna do? He does hate that he looks older than me. He's been trying to get me to look older faster. I think he wants to like microwave my face. On my birthday, as a prank, he hid all of my expensive skin creams, and when I opened my bathroom cupboard, there was just a pack of cigarettes. Like a tanning bed coupon. Well, be careful what you wish for. You're gonna wake up next to Mick Jagger. I have been telling my single friends that they should date somebody older than them. It's the best. They got their lives together. They're financially secure. My boyfriend has a lake cabin. You think I give a shit that he has a fake hip? I don't. I don't need somebody to be able to jump rope to get me wet. I'm riding on a jet ski. I'm coming 5 times on that thing anyway. My boyfriend shows me his credit score while we're on the jet ski. I'm like, oh my God. Our neighbors are like, wow, look at all the water coming off that thing. I'm like, that's not water, Diane. That's all me, baby. Happy 4th. Peace be with you. I will say, if you date somebody older than you, sometimes people think you have daddy issues. And they're right. My dad was an international yo-yo man for a living. That sentence should not even exist. I don't know if when you were growing up, a guy came to your school and did yo-yo demonstrations. Yeah, that's the man who made me. That's not great. I do love my dad. I think he gave me a very specific amount of daddy issues. Like, I have enough to have become a comedian, but not enough to have an OnlyFans. My dad's just a little too supportive for me to have one of those. If I tried to post my boobs online behind a paywall and posted some link that was like, for my biggest fans only, my dad would read that and go, well, I'm obviously my daughter's biggest fan. Oh, God, no. No. Kelsey Evelyn. I don't know of that many people personally who are on OnlyFans or in the porn space. I do know of Adriana Chechik. I follow her on Twitter because she tweets the most outrageous things and they make me laugh so hard. She tweeted the other day and said, on my way to the dentist, he has no idea how many different people's DNA he's about to clean out of my teeth. Some dirty things up here, but I read that and was like, my heavens. Adriana, I mean, God forbid something ever happens to her, there are going to be so many suspects. That is a crime scene of a mouth. Detectives are going to be like, was she killed by a village? What happened here? It's just not wise. But I am fascinated by her as a person. I listened to her on a podcast where she said that on a different trip to the dentist, she had the dentist file down her back molars so that she could make room for bigger things. Yeah, really took the bumpers off the bowling lane. And I heard that and was like, what a commitment to the craft. I mean, I'm not even willing to wear heels up here for you folks. She's out there changing her dental records. Good Christ, what a go-getter. I told that joke in Grand Rapids a few months ago where nothing good ever happens. And there was a dentist in the crowd, and she was blackout drunk. And she starts shouting, she goes, we can tell when somebody's in porn. And I was like, well, none of us are going to be able to move on with our lives until you tell us. The floor is yours, okay? You have hijacked the show. And she goes, they have suction on the roof of their mouth. I was like the ghost of a blowjob? What are you talking about? That is so not how I thought you would be able to tell, right? I thought she was going to say that when they put the little vacuum hose in there, that the person's like, they're like, hey. Quit that. You swallow at your work, not here. Goblin.
You guys ever had an experience where something actually happens, but it's so crazy, you're like, no one would even believe me if I told them the story? You ever have those? They happen to me all the time. And it's like so much worse because I am a comedian, because I just think people think I'm making it up to be funny. I'm gonna tell you an insane story. Every ounce of this is actually true. I'm not exaggerating a single word of this. This happened. I'm in the airport, right? I'm traveling this a couple months ago. I'm traveling, I'm going through the airport. I'm in line at a TSA checkpoint, right? Y'all know the body scanner? I don't know the official name for it. You know the body scanner where you gotta stand like this? You know what I'm talking about? Where you gotta stand like R. Kelly is on To Catch a Predator, you know what I mean? Right? You know what I'm talking about? So I'm in line for that particular type of scanner. The line super backed up, right? This woman who works for the TSA, she walks by. I go, ma'am, can I ask you a question real quick? She goes, yeah, what's up? What's going on? I said, okay, look, I know that scanner's looking for weapons, but can it detect anything medical? And she goes, what do you mean? I went, listen, every time I go through one of those scanners, it flags my crotch. Should I be concerned? I have a theory that those detectors can detect more than the airport needs them to. But why would the airport tell you about the other shit? So I'm asking. It might be a dumb question, but I challenge any one of y'all. If you go through a scanner and it shows a big-ass red block over your dick, I challenge you not to be concerned. I just want to know. So, this is what happens. This is what she says, the way she said it. I'll never forget that. She goes, okay, what's the most appropriate way to explain this to you? Some people are just more blessed than others. So when something's hanging in a place where it's typically not hanging for others, the machine flags that and goes, check that out. That's what she said, the way she said it. Listen, I went, ma'am, that might be the nicest thing anyone has ever said to me in my life. Are you kidding me right now? Fellas, you ever been told your dick's so big they're worried you might take a plane down with it? That was new for me. Say what you want about artificial intelligence taking over, but that computer believed in me more than any woman I have ever been with in my life. I might be done fucking humans for good. Can I just put that out there? I'm on Team Robot now. It's not even a tough sell. Women might see it and be like, I've seen bigger. But Siri's out here like, I can't take it all. I'm like, hey, this is, what are we doing? I can feel you in my motherboard. I'm like, yeah, I'm all up in there, girl. What's going on? So check me out. This is real. I go through the scanner. I wait my turn. I go through the scanner. I get flagged again as usual. There's a TSA agent waiting for me on the other side. It's some dude. He's got an attitude. I assume it's because his dick is little. Now, the only info I got. This is where it sounds made up. And I'm stressing this again. Not made up. This is verbatim the exchange. Couldn't make this up. It's too crazy. I go through the scanner, get flagged again. Guy comes at me with an attitude. He goes, sir, do you have something in your pants? And I went, I mean, I guess, you know, I don't think it's what you're looking for. And he goes, can it be harmful to others? And I went, I mean, I guess it's a choking hazard, you know? I just, swear to God, that's what I said. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I was like, fuck it, say it, see what happens. I called it a choking hazard. He doesn't miss a beat. He just goes, you want to tell me what's in your pants? And I went, no, not at all. He goes, what's in your pants? And I went, I'm sorry. I said my emotional support snake. I'm sorry, I want to make this very clear. I'm not proud of that. But you gotta understand, there was a kid right behind me. So I didn't want to say what the real thing was. That was the best thing I could come up with on the spot. I was like, emotional support snake, figure it the fuck out, man. So he goes, yeah, I'm gonna need you to step over here, which is fair. What I said was vaguely threatening. I should probably go. I step to the side. He lets everybody in line behind me go around. They start going to their bins, picking up their stuff. This dude's getting ready to give me a pat down. Now look, I don't know if you've ever been through a pat down at the airport for your groin, but this is the way it goes down. This is the protocol. They make you stand like R. Kelly again, right? And they get in front of you, and they're supposed to go pat, 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 up one leg, pat, 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 down the other leg, and they try to pretend like they didn't graze your dick for like 3 seconds. So I'm preparing for that, right? He puts me in position. He gets in front of me. I shit you not. He doesn't pat, 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 pat. He doesn't pat, 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 pat. He just kneels in front of my dick. Swear to God, I watched the whole thing happen in slow motion. He's close. Too close. He's cross-eyed. Can I just say that? I'm looking at it. He's here. And I'm just staring at this like, what am I allowed to do? That's not protocol, right? And this is what I swear to God, he doesn't pat, pat, pat. He doesn't pat, pat, pat. He takes the back of his hand and to my dick and balls, he just goes. He just like speed bagged my balls. No one would believe, I swear to God, that's what he just boxed my balls. And I'm just standing there taking, I don't know what I can do. He's authority. What am I allowed to do? I'm just standing there like, is this what a Diddy party's like? This is crazy. What am I? No bullshit. The third time he hits it, he looks up at me, he goes, no. I went, well, don't do that. He stands up, he goes, I am so sorry. And I went, it's cool. And it wasn't, but I didn't know what else to say. He goes, you can go ahead, man. I go over to my bins, knowing that he just got away with sexually assaulting me. On the clock. I go over to my bins, right? So I've got 2 bins. I have my carry-on bag and I have my book bag. I take my carry-on bag out. I take my book bag out. Under my book bag, there's a business card. I didn't put it there. It's face down. There's a handwritten letter on the back. Someone's phone number and the phrase, nice hog. Swear to God, like 9 eyes, nice hog. I turn it over, I shit you not. It is a picture of the mother of the kid who was standing right behind me. And I'm just staring at this thing, trying to process what the fuck is going on. I'm just like, Jesus in the Pride Parade, what the fuck? Who the hell? What I'm trying to say here is that I love to travel. Now, aside from that one experience, I gotta be honest with you, man, the TSA might be my favorite part of traveling. Now that I know what they're doing, oh God, I look forward to it all the time. I love the TSA. I don't even know what those letters stand for. I just assume it's the size analyzers. I don't know what else they do. Have y'all researched the TSA? Did you know in the entire existence of that company or that organization or however you want to refer to it, they have never found a bomb? In the entire existence of the TSA, they have never found a single bomb. They find my dick every week. You tell me what the job is. This is all I'm saying. Before that happened, I hated having to go through a pat down. Because you don't want strangers touching you. You know what I mean? You don't like it. But now that I know why they're doing it. Y'all, I dirty talk now. I lean all the way in, man. I do whatever I can. I lean back. I throw my leg up. I moan. I'm just like, ooh, ooh, ooh. That's right. Yeah, you better protect these people. Yeah, I'm a menace. You ever heard of King Kong? Well, I'm Ding Dong. It's just an insane story. Listen, I want to make this very clear because I get self-conscious telling that story. I like telling it because it's true and it's funny and it's crazy, but I do get self-conscious that people are thinking I'm just saying that to be like, my dick is big. I don't give a fuck if any of y'all think my dick is big. That's not what it's about. I don't even think my dick is big. I'm telling you, science says it's big. It's a different thing, right?
They say over the pandemic, a bunch of people like learned a bunch of stuff about themselves, right? I learned I got like a panic attacks, right? And severe panic attacks, right? My body shaking and shit at night, right? And when I got it, I didn't know what it was, right? My blood pressure was just rising up, right? My body getting hot, I'm bald headed, so I'm sweating a lot. And I feel like I'm about to die, right? I didn't know what the fuck was going on, right? I thought panic attacks was like a white people way of saying they didn't want to do some shit. Growing up, that's what I really thought it meant, you know what I mean? I thought if a white person said, I'm having a panic attack, they would just stop, oh, okay, they didn't have to do anything anymore. So I'm shaking and shit. I don't know what's going on, right? I'm looking up at shit on TikTok. I'm just putting my foot in ice, trying to get my body heat down. It was like when Zoom was happening, right? So you couldn't go to a doctor. You had to go to Zoom, right? I got this white lady, right? I'll never forget. I was like, hey, how you doing? My name's Sydney. I'll be shaking at night and shit, right? She was kind of rude. She was like, why? Right? I was like, oh, hold on 1 second. She said, what are you doing? I said, I'm looking for my degree, bitch. I don't know why. That's why I'm calling you. I said, can I get some medicine? She said, you're not getting no medicine. Boop, and she hung up, right? Yeah, they're not trying to give you medicine like that, right? I was like, okay, bet. So now for 6 more months, I'm shaking and shit. I don't know what's going on with me, right? I damn near fainted at a show, right? I just get lightheaded. I was like, damn, I guess I'm just finna die, right? That's what I was thinking. I was like, my brother did, you know what I mean? My mom had cancer and shit. My dad did. I was like, oh, I must just be next up, right? So in my head, I'm like, okay, I'm just preparing to get the fuck out of here, right? Then I got this old black lady doctor, right? I love old black women, dog. Because they look at you like you could be their family. And they could be a little aggressive, but they mean well. Right? I got her over Zoom, old black lady. I was like, how you doing? She's like, what's going on with you? It was over Zoom. She thought she looked cute. She turned around. She's like, hey, how you doing? You look nice, thank you. What's going on with you? I said, my body be shaking, my body be shaking and shit at night. She was like, where your daddy at? That's what she said. Said my dad passed. Check 1. You got these siblings? I got a brother. Where he at? He passed. Check 2. We unpacking. Right? She said, where your mama at? I said, she in the living room. She's like, is she alive? I said, yeah. She said, thank God you was stressing me out. I said, but she got cancer. She's like, oh, shit. I'm sorry for saying shit, right? She got, boy, you got anxiety, boy. I said, what does that mean? She said, it's like a computer screen open on a computer that you're not using. If you have enough open, the computer will freeze. You have a bunch of trauma in your life you haven't addressed. So your body is shaking. I was like, so what do I do? I'm gonna give you some medicine. I was like, okay, bet, right? Now, I had never taken any mental health drug in my life. I was just taking Tylenol, you know what I mean, a nap, and that's about it, you know what I mean? And she gave me some Zoloft, right? Now, I never had Zoloft. She gave me 100 milligrams of Zoloft, right? I said, what this do? She said, shut up and take it. Zoloft is like a gang member almost to emotions. It won't let you have none. You take some Zoloft, it don't give a fuck. Somebody gets shot right in front of you. You on Zoloft, like, niggas get shot, you know what I mean? Duck goose nigga, you know what I mean? I'm shaking so much, I'm on 200 milligrams of Zoloft a day, right? Yeah. My mama taking radiation. At the time, it wasn't working, they told her. So my mama set me down. Right, true story, we on the couch. She's like crying. She's like, hey, baby, this is what I want you to do with the house. I said, what you mean? She was like, the doctor said the radiation isn't working. And I'm not gonna be here much longer, right? I was like, really? She was like, yeah, I love you, son. And like, I wanted to cry so bad. All right, but I had 200 milligrams of Zoloft in me. So I was just like, niggas die every day, B. Went back to the doctor, like, I don't like what you giving me. Right? She's like, lower your voice. You the one that was panicking, nigga. Right? I said, what do I do? She said, you tell people your cup is full. I said, what? She's true story. She said, you tell people your cup is full. You can't handle a bunch of information right now. So you tell people your cup is full. I said, so that's it. I just walk in crowded rooms like, hey, how y'all doing? My name's Sydney. My cup full. And everybody gonna know I be panicking and shit. Yes! Like, okay, bet. All right, bet. So right now, I'm not the person to call with bad news. I might hang up on you. People get mad when you set boundaries for your life, you know what I mean? Well, that's what I gotta do, you know what I mean? Some people left, I'm like, I get it, you know what I mean? But I'm not changing it, you know what I mean? I feel like since I've been dealing with stuff, all my friends been dealing with shit too. You know what I mean? I got a homeboy that walked up on me. He's like, yo, Sid, the doctor told me I got 2 bad kidneys. I was like, damn. That's all I had for him, you know what I mean? I was like, I'm gonna pray for you. You know what I mean? He was like, they said I need a kidney to live. I was like, oh, damn, double down. He was like, I was wondering if I could get one of your kidneys. I was like, oh, absolutely not. He's like, you don't want to think about it? I said, I did, no. And I wasn't trying to be mean, but I was like, look, I don't feel like I should be on high priority for your kidney. Right. I went to his house, I was looking around the pictures, he had a whole family reunion photo. Right. There's like 60 people in here, like what? It's like 120 kidneys available right here. I'll help you call. We just gotta work on our pitch. Now listen, he got a kidney, not mine, but he got one. He living a successful life. God is good, yeah. But sometimes when he get mad at me, he like lose sight of reality. I mean, sometimes when he get mad, he be raising his voice at me like he got 2 kidneys. I gotta tell him like, relax, bro, you taking like a 2-kidney tone right now. You didn't have all that energy when you needed the kidney, you know what I mean? Sometimes I gotta punch him in his shit where that kidney's supposed to be. I remember one time I was home, right, and was dealing with my mom cancer, right? And I was outside, and it was like perfect smoking weed weather, right? Even if you don't smoke weed, just bear with me. It had just rained, and it stopped. And it was like maybe 72 degrees in Texas, and the wind was blowing perfect, right? I was like, I gotta roll up, right? So I'm rolling up, and I'm smoking outside, right, minding my business, and I see my neighbor, this white lady, my mom's neighbor. I never met her, but I know she's a white lady. And that's been confirmed, right? So I see her pull up in a taxi, and I'm from Fort Worth. We didn't really got taxis like that, right? So I was like, suspicious, right? And this white man got out the car, and he's banging on the hood, the driver. He bangs on the hood, and he's banging at the passenger, the back door. He's like, get the fuck out the car, lady. He hits the car again, get out the car, right? I put my blunt down like, nah, I'm finna go inside. Because the cops gonna come and arrest me. I'm like, look, I'm just doing drugs. They don't want tripping, right? True story, dog. I cannot make this up. I'm inside. I like close the door, but the screen door is glass. You can still see outside. Maybe 3 minutes later, I hear, help me! True story. This white lady screaming, help me! I look in the door. And the taxi was gone. Right? It's just a white lady in the grass crawling, and she's pointing me like, can you please help me? Right? Before I could do anything, dog, the ancestors came in my body. And they was like, you better not go outside. Helping a white lady like helping an alligator right now. You might mean well, but that motherfucker still ain't bite you, you know what I mean? So I just closed the door. There's no end to that story. I don't know what happens to the white lady. About 3 years ago, I met one of my really good friends. His name is Jay Snow, right? Jay Snow has sickle cell, right? Now, at the time he told me he got sickle cell, I didn't really know what that meant. I was like, I heard of it. You're going to have to explain, right? You know, and only sickle cell reference I knew was I had a barber back home in Fort Worth, and he had sickle cell, and he couldn't cut. So I told him, like, only thing I know about sickle cell is y'all awful barbers. He was like, it's so much more, all right? So Jay explained what like a crisis is. When he gets into a crisis, he has to go to the hospital. He's been in the hospital like 30 times already this year. He told me when I go in the hospital, Sydney, I need certain things every hour and a half and help with my pain. Sometimes the doctors don't want to give me the medication on time, and like I be really in pain, right? Like that's my pot, I'm like, all right, bet. Like I've been to hospitals, unfortunately, too many times. Sometimes you need somebody like to speak up for you. Because they so busy doing shit, they don't have priority with your family member, right? So now we working in New York, me and Snow, right? And he don't come to work, right? I'm like, he on some, where you at, right? He called me like, I'm in the hospital. I was like, what's going on? He's like, I'm having a crisis, right? Boom, I run to the hospital. True story, run to the hospital, dog. Now I'm being dramatic, it was like 2 blocks, but I'm there. When I walk in, I'm all passionate, you know what I mean? I got anxiety, all I need is something to key up on, right? I walk in like John Q, like, I'm here to see my son! Where's the sickle cell room? Right? Bring me to it! Right? I go in the back, they got Jay Snow behind a sheet, he ain't got a door, I'm pissed. We WGA, we writers, we got great insurance, and we can't afford a fucking door, dog. I ripped that sheet open, dog. He's sitting there in pain. When you're in crisis, your whole body in pain. I'm looking at him like, you laugh, you're going to hell. He in so much pain. Now look, it's a white dude in a hospital bed next to him. His arm just hurt. And while Jay Snow in pain, he just like reading a book, right? I went over there and knocked that shit out of his hands like, hey, you gonna act sad, my nigga. I need you to pray. I look at Snow, I'm like, hey man, I love you, dog. You gotta tell black men to black men. I tell them every friend I got, I'm like, hey, I love you, dog. He was like, I need you to do me a favor. I said, what you need? I'll do anything you need right now, right? And Jay Jay was like, go to the hotel we in. Look in the dresser by my bed, and when you open it up, it's a Bible with a picture of my mom on it. That's not what I want. Beneath that is a wave cap. True story, dog. Jay Snow got braids, and he was like, I just got my shit done. They gonna have me in here looking crazy. And I was already pissed because he asking me to do hair shit, dog. So I was like, I got you. I go get the wave cap, bro. I come back in the hospital. Now they got security. They're like, hey, lower your tone. Like, my bad, he got sickle cell, right? So they take me to the back, right? I throw the wave cap on his chest, bro. Right, like, I love you. Here you go, dog. I got it for you. And he was like, can you put it on, man? And I was like, what? He was like, yeah, I need you to put it on me and make sure 2 braids like stick out right here. And make sure some braids dangle in the bag for me. Just looked at him, I was like, Snow, dog, I love you, man. But my cup is full right now.
I ain't trying to get canceled. Canceling is real. I want comedians to be able to tell the jokes they want to tell. Because I believe if you come to a comedy show, you are there to laugh, not there to grade somebody. If you a comic, say your shit. You know when you don't cross the line. You know when you don't cross the line. One year, I saw one of my good friends, Whitney Cummings, and she was pissed, and she blew that mic up. I'm so sick of men controlling shit. I'm so sick of being afraid. I'm so sick of walking to my car with my keys in between my knuckles, having to jab a motherfucker who comes out of the bushes because they think they can just take whatever they want. I'm sick of men, damn it, and this shit has to stop now. All the women in the comedy club was like, woo! They stood up, and I had to follow that shit. Like I was next. And so I just kept it 100. I went up there and I said, y'all give it up for my good friend Whitney Cummings. And everybody clapped, they loved her. But being a true comedian, I stayed true to myself. I looked at the dudes' faces. And I was like, no, bro, we bigger than that. Because all of us ain't bad like that. So I got up there and, you know, this probably wasn't the right time, but I said, y'all give it up for Whitney Cummings, and all like, ah! And I said, and some of y'all ladies can get to y'all car just fine, okay? Look, you safe, you safe, you safe, you safe. You should walk me to my car, look at you. I haven't been invited back to that club, I don't know why. But sometimes, you gotta just tell the joke and let it see where it fall. You know what I'm saying? That's our job. Everybody need to laugh right now. That's our job as stand-up comedians. Try our best to make you laugh. Ain't nobody really coming up here to try to piss you off and make you go home angry. We just really up here just swinging for the fences, and sometime it land, sometime it don't. That's the bottom line. I try to explain that to my wife. You know, like, that translates to relationships. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot about relationships. I've been in them streets for a little while, then I settled down. I know the difference. So let me say this to you, church. I feel like it's time for me to take this lesson to a spiritual place, because this is what's in me. Some of us have been single for a long time only because we too damn picky. Some people call it settling. I don't call it settling. There's a better word. I call it just giving up. Just pick somebody. You don't want to be alone? Pick somebody. And stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. You are single because you are looking at people way up here when you should stay in your lane. I say that to my boys all the time. I'm like, what are you talking about? Fellas, we all got boys that be like, man, if Rihanna come in here, nothing, nigga, nothing. Ain't shit gonna happen if Rihanna bring her ass in here. She ain't gonna talk to you. You roll with me. You don't have no car. She ain't fucking with you. Nothing gonna happen. You gotta stay in your lane. Sometimes, fellas, when you find a good one, sometimes your boys, I'm gonna keep it 100, they don't want you to be in no relationship. They sabotage. Fellas, you should not care what your boys think if you really like this girl. Your boy's been with you so long, they be like, man, I don't know if she good enough for you to retire from us. Oh, the spirit is in here, church. The spirit is in here, church. What? You brought her around. You know how your boys are. Hey, where that Avatar-looking girl at? You be like, stop. She play volleyball. Don't do that. And then you break up with her. Now you're miserable. And that's the one you should have been with. That's the one you should have been with. You knew that was her when she walked in your kitchen and looked in your refrigerator, and all she saw was apple juice. She was like, ooh, you fancy apple juice. That's all you had in there. Every shelf was empty, but she found the brighter spots. And she focused on that to build you up. And you let her go. Now you lost your soulmate. Let me tell you something. I've been in that dating game. Fellas, and when you know you're not compatible, call it out from the beginning. Don't play somebody along just you can get what you want. That's why you get stalked or somebody fuck up your life, your car, your social media. Because you strung them along. When I was dating, I cut that shit off mid-date if it didn't go the right way. I took this girl to see Star Wars. She was like, so all the aliens talk English? I said, no, let's go, bitch. That's it. That's it. No, nobody talk like that. Come on. No, if it starts there, I don't want to see what's down the road. Come on, come on. No, keep the popcorn. Come on, let's go. Come on. We're leaving. We're leaving. And now, here I am, married for 8 years. Yeah. Woo. Relationships and marriage, it's not easy, it's work. That's why when you count your wins, you count them loud, celebrate them. Celebrate them. Because then that means God is good all the time if you celebrate the wins. If you focus on the negatives, you feel trapped. You ask yourself, why did I do this? Let me tell you something, fellas. You ain't alone. When all that sex go down to just one person, and that one person tell you no, over and over and over and over, you take all them bullets and all them no's over and over. And it's so many no's for so many different reasons. No, I'm gassy. No, my show on. No, my sister going through something and we need to concentrate and figure this out. It's messing with my mental. No, it's daytime. No, it's nighttime. No, I'm sleepy. No, I'm awake. This is my favorite one. No, you just had a birthday. Didn't you just have a birthday? June, August. And it's not that your lady don't love you, fellas. It's just that she prioritizes things differently, and then her downtime may be different than how you want to spend your downtime. But I don't like it when women say men are so immature because all they want is sex. That's not true. Thank you, church. All you gotta do is flip it. Let's see who the immature one is. Tell her no one time and see how she act. And be polite. She ain't gonna even see it coming. You watching your show, you know how your woman walking around, babe, hey, you have been asking, and you know what? Today is a good day. And you know, kids aren't here, let's go upstairs and make it do what it do. Be polite. No, thank you. Did you hear what I said? I heard you. I'm good. You good? Yeah, my show is on. But thank you for the offer. I said, let's have sex. I heard you. Okay. It's you the one be asking all the time. Don't act like it's me. So you for real, you don't want to do it? Okay. So this your little show? You watching a little show? So you good, okay. I'm gonna sit over here. I'm gonna watch your show with you. Pull out your dick. Let me see your dick right now. I want to see it. Let me see it. Why it looks so empty?
I feel good though, man. I had been sick for a while. I came down with something. I was sick for like 2 weeks. I had to go to urgent care here in Nashville. I don't know if y'all been doing urgent care. Go check it out. It's fun. I like it in there. It's better than a real doctor. I think there's no ego at an urgent care. That's what's fun, you know? Nobody in an urgent care is like, this is where I thought my life would be. And I like that. That's actually a good feeling. You go to a doctor's office, they talk down to you, right? Diplomas on the wall. They're like, I went to school. I know everything. Urgent care is like, do you have $40? Let's figure this out together. We don't know any more than you know? Let's put our heads in a room and let's tackle this sinus infection as a team. And that's fun. There's camaraderie in an urgent care, you know? I don't know if anybody's qualified, and that's a rush. That's a fun way to spend a day. You know how you fill out all your info in the lobby on like a clipboard, and then they take you to another room and act like you never did that? So the nurse comes in, we're face to face, she's asking me questions. She goes, "What are you in for?" I said, "My nose is clogged." She said, "You been taking anything?" I said, "Just Sudafed." And she goes, "Oh, can you spell that for me?" I was like, "Sudafed?" I maybe could. I would like you to take a stab at it though, right? Feels like something you should know. I know y'all share a lease with a T-Mobile store, but this feels like day one stuff, honestly. Look, I've been taking ibuprofen as well, so maybe I sounded that one out. You can write that down phonetically. I'm being mean, but they hooked me up. They gave me a steroid shot. I don't know if you've had a steroid shot. They are awesome. I don't know what's in them. It works so quick. I don't know why they've been hiding these. They should do a lot more steroid shots. That should be the first thing they throw at you when you walk in, you know? Just go around the waiting room, just give everybody a steroid shot and be like, "We'll see who needs to be here in 5 minutes." Most of y'all be feeling better than you've ever felt in your life. They got me. I felt good right away. I had some other medicine I had to get. I don't even know what. I had to go to the pharmacy to get it. They didn't have it at urgent care. I had to go to the pharmacy, another place, across town. I know that's how it works, but I don't know why we're all okay with it. You know, there's plenty of room. Just keep it there. Why do I gotta go off campus to get the medicine? You know, no other industry in America works like that. Can you imagine you go to Jiffy Lube and they're like, "You need an oil change." We don't have any oil here, but if you take this piece of paper to Walgreens, they'll get you oil in about an hour, you know? You'll see it immediately, but it'll be an hour before they turn around and hand it to you. You ever see your bag over their shoulder? You're like, "Can I just reach out and grab that real quick?" It's gonna be an hour, so. I was in there a while. She goes, "It's gonna be about an hour. Feel free to walk around our store." I was like, "Really? Are you sure? Thank you." You ever walk around a pharmacy indefinitely? There's weird stuff in there. There's aisles none of us go to because they're not on the way to anything fun. Go check them out. There's cool. I bought a knee brace. I didn't know you were allowed to get a knee brace off the rack. $29. It's pretty good. I don't need a knee brace right now, but y'all see me. It's coming. I want to have a starter when that day comes, right? Breathe Right strips, I was trying those out. Big advocate of those. You know a Breathe Right strip? It's a little sticker that you put on your nose and it just, even if you're breathing good, you could be breathing a little better. You ever throw on a Breathe Right strip just to power through the last few bites of a meal? Y'all know what I'm talking about? Just open things up. Some of y'all have never breathed, I can tell. You don't even know what I'm talking about. You're living life at 60% nose. You could get to 63.
Things have been going all right for me. My wife and I, we had a new baby back in October. So, thank you. He's a big kid, 98th percentile in height and 98th percentile in weight. So I'm 100% sure he's not mine. No, I know he's mine because we had him through IVF, in vitro fertilization. If you don't know what that is, that's when a doctor takes a fertilized egg and puts it inside you. And the first few times it did not work. And finally I was like, "Can you please do it to my wife?" People are always curious, so I'll tell you guys, $50,000. That's how much IVF costs to have our son. And I love my son. But I also would love $50,000. He's gonna be my size, that's what they tell me. They tell me he's gonna level out. He's gonna be exactly like me. And I'll be honest, for $50,000, I expected more for my money. I think I got scammed. All my friends are comedians. When I told them I was having a baby, they're like, you're so lucky. You're gonna get so much material from your baby. And every morning when he wakes up, I'm like, what do you got for me? But it's always shit. He actually just started saying dada. Yeah, incredible. It's incredible hearing that word. Melts my heart. But everything's dada to him. A cup is dada. The sky, dada. I'm like, who's your favorite comedian? He's like, Sebastian Maniscalco. As a guy, we do nothing during the birth. All my wife wanted from me was just to be there. That's all she asked. And the hospital did this for me. They gave me the option of where I could sit. They're like, do you want to sit by your wife's head where you get a pretty good view of the baby coming out? Or do you want to sit by your wife's feet where you get a great view? I'm like, I want to sit in the waiting room. But I couldn't pick that. So I was like, all right, I'll go by her head. Next thing they did, they pulled in a stool for me to sit on. The stool had no back to it. And I sat on that stool for 8 hours while my wife was in labor. And I wanted to tell her how uncomfortable I was. But she was busy. We also have a 3-year-old. And I tell you, it's been a difficult adjustment for him. Because before, he used to get all of our attention. But now we have a new baby who we love way more than what's-his-face. Yeah, he was born during a very interesting time in this country. He was born on June 3rd, 2020. The height of Black Lives Matter. Yeah. A lot of racial tension was going on this time. A lot of civil unrest was happening. And while that was all happening, I was in the delivery room. And all I could think was that if he comes out black, which would mean my wife cheated on me, I'm gonna have to act happy about it. I can't be upset, that'd be racist. So I was prepared in case. I'm like, all right, the doctor's gonna hand him to me. He's gonna know what went down. He's gonna be like, geez, this is not what you were expecting. And I was gonna be like, this is better than I was expecting. I can't wait to bring home little LeBron Vider. Trying to teach him stuff, trying to teach him colors. I wanted to be fun with it, so I was like, I'll do it with M&Ms. You know, he gets it right, he gets to eat one. And I showed him a red M&M. I'm like, what color is that? He's like, yellow. I know, that's not good. I showed him a blue M&M. I'm like, what color is that? He's like, green. This went on and on. He didn't get any right. Still gave him some M&Ms, though. I tell my wife, and she goes, I hope he's not colorblind. I'm like, let's hope he is colorblind. Because if not, we've got ourselves an idiot. You're told to cherish these times with your kids because it goes by fast. They grow up so fast, and they really do. And now as a parent, I see it. Both my boys already have hair in their balls. Yeah. I mean, I drew them on, but still. I was with them the other day, and I'm pushing the stroller along with the baby in it, and my 3-year-old, he's riding his tricycle. And coming towards us, walking in the opposite direction, was this woman. She was walking her pit bull, and her pit bull had on a tie. And I see them coming, so I just move my sons a little bit over, and this woman yells out, "What's your problem? Can't you see? He's a friendly pit bull. He has on a tie." I'm like, yeah, lady, I see that, but I'm not gonna take that chance. You know? How would I explain that to my wife if our kids were mauled by that dog? Honey, I'm so sorry. I thought he was on his way to a business meeting. He was dressed for success, so. My wife would have seen that pit bull coming a mile away. Maternal instincts. You know, mothers are truly incredible. She's on top of everything before it's ever a problem. She told me this, she's like, I got this app. I want to be ready when our boys start using a computer. I'm like, they're 9 months old and 3 years old. Do we need this? She's like, we need this. She's like, this app will let us know any website they visit, even if they delete something in their search history. I'm like, do we need this? She pushes a button, up pops up a bunch of adult sites, recently visited on her home computer. And my wife was mad, very mad. And I was like, let me talk to them. These kids are disgusting.
New Orleans, Louisiana. Where we are, in case you forgot. Okay? It's a fantastic city that people travel to from around the world to piss all over. It's kind of fucking annoying. But I don't know, I mean, New Orleans is a kinky town. Maybe it's into it. I don't know. If corporations can be considered people, you know, I guess a municipality could be into golden showers. It's a very, like, it's world famous. Make no mistake about it. Like, people know it for, you know, they know this city for its culture in general. The music, the food, right? The nightlife, the festivals, the ghosts, the architecture, its inability to evacuate its citizens on time in the face of a Category 4.5 storm. Very famous for that as well. But also the resiliency to stay put and rebuild when the Bush administration was like, well, they want help? Did they vote for us? And we were just like, and rebuilt, and here it is. One of the few cultural meccas left in this country. It's a fantastic place, right? And it's not just drunkards. I've seen all kinds of people here. Bible thumpers, holy rollers, scripture peddlers, proverb slingers, Jesus dealers. For what drug is more addictive than he upon high? Oh, they love New Orleans. I love seeing those fucking... Just go get them. See them out there with their matching T-shirts, with whatever scripture they're slinging that week. Jebediah 1369. Yeah. They all got their matching signs like, repent! Repent or burn in hell! Which I think those signs only make people want to go harder. Like, no one wants to be saved whilst they are sinning. You gotta get to them just before or just after. In the moment, the reminder of what they're doing just makes them want to double down, I think. Like, I bet there's a guy who was just out for a couple beers with friends and then saw all these signs about going to hell and was like, fuck it. Fuck it. I'm gonna cheat on my wife first, gonna do that. I'm gonna Google the 10 Commandments, break them all tonight. I don't give a shit. If I'm going to hell, I want to arrive in a chariot, boy. I love, like, they always have a cross. I love when they set up the giant cross in the middle of the street. I am disappointed that it's not a crucifix, which means someone would have to be nailed to it. And if they were true believers, they'd nail one of them to it. I would love if that would be insane. I would respect it. If that were their tactic, they were out on the streets like, Jesus died for your sins, just like Stuart is right now. Stuart, tell the people how much pain you're in. Tell them. Preach to the people, Stuart. Tell them what it's like saving their souls. Tell them the word of the... Stu. Hey, Stu. Come on, hey. Okay, shit, he bled out. He bled out. Now you get to meet Jesus personally, you lucky son of a gun. That ain't martyr, the Lord took it. Y'all felt that too. See? Even here on a Thursday during Carnival, you bring up Jesus. I felt it from a few of you. A collective puckering of the ani. Come on now, what y'all scared about, babies? Come on now. Y'all got to trust Uncle Sean. I ain't gonna tell you no, I ain't about to bash Jesus Christ. No. So unpucker those collective ani. Come on. I'm a very spiritual person, okay? On June 17th, 2021, I'm very good with dates. I was back home here visiting. It was my first time home since this whole COVID situation kicked off. I'm visiting, I'm out at bars with friends. I leave this one bar, I'm crossing Bourbon Street, and there they are, the Jesus lovers in full regalia. They're back. And the leader has a megaphone, and he's repeating this phrase. He's going, Jesus loves you, but I love Jesus. Jesus loves you, but I love Jesus. Jesus loves you. And then he stops and looks me directly in the eyes. I was just standing there, 10 feet away, giggling like a lunatic. Because I had thought of a response, and his silence invited me to respond. So I simply shouted back, then you should marry him! See? I wasn't being a dickhead. That was just a playful little jab. Also a veiled shot at the Catholic Church's stance on gay marriage, specifically in the South. According to them, that guy couldn't marry Jesus even if he wanted to. And that's fucked up because they're in love. Telling me that's not love? You heard how much pain he was in, having to share Jesus with the rest of us? Jesus loves you, but I love Jesus. And as me and this gentleman are just having this momentary awkward stare down, what happens next is why I will forever believe in a higher power, because it was just too good to be random. Right then and there, this woman comes stumbling out of a bar, out of Johnny White's saloon, just to give you coordinates, right? She comes stumbling out, just hammered, as if shoved out by the hand of something divine. Or a bouncer, we'll never know. But, so, hammered on the streets now, in high heels, the perfect drinking shoe, ladies. Right? She was looking like a Bourbon Street gazelle. Like a rosé raptor. And she stares at this cross for a few seconds and then very loudly goes, I would completely fuck Jesus. And then stumbled on, and I laughed. I laughed a hearty, hearty laugh. Because I'd never heard it phrased that way before. How do you completely fuck someone? Like you make them come 10 times and then steal their identity? Does Jesus even have a credit score? If so, would you want it? It's probably not that good. He didn't come back when he said he was gonna. It's probably just average, like 6, you know? I laughed at those words, but those Jesus lovers were mortified. They reacted to her like what she actually said was, es tu necto, es spiritus sanctus, es von parabitis, es mortem dus, es mortem dus. For she had lusted over the body of Jesus Christ. She lusted over the body of our Savior. But where does it say that you could not bang Jesus Christ? Where in the good book is it written that thou shalt not bestow our Lord and Savior with a healthy serving of some ass? He died for us and came back. I know people who have put out over far less than that. I know people who have fucked because there was an Uber surge. Thank you. Don't know if the mics picked that up, but that was a snort. Thank you. Every time an audience member snorts, a comedian gets a wish. So, thank you. It's Jesus I'm talking about. Everyone here would sleep with Jesus Christ. Need I remember Jesus. I'm not talking about Steve Bannon. I'm talking about Jesus. We don't focus on the specs enough. He was probably like 6'3", 170 pounds, all muscle. Built like an Olympic swimmer, for Christ's sake, for his sake. Limber, athletic. You know Jesus Christ was athletic. And I don't want to offend anyone. I'm not just saying that because he was black. Guys, also the Son of God. That helps. Exactly, you heathens. You'd bang the shit out. If Jesus had come back to New Orleans and was like, let's not do this rapture thing. I want to just live for a few decades. Moved here, moved to the Marigny or the Bywater or whatever the Brooklyn of New Orleans is now, right? Opened up a Krav Maga studio and like a pour-over coffee shop and like a shuffleboard bar, you know? Or he's already got that good Dr. John beard, you know? Got that good beard, pulls his hair back in a man bun or cornrows, whatever, right? And see him rocking a full Lululemon outfit, just walking his Shiba Inu pit bull mix. Off leash, duh. People are running up to pet it like, is this a rescue? Like, no. He's a resurrect. Say hi, Lazarus. Say hi. What? Jesus will be laying more pipe than Local 188, baby. Greenpeace would have to set up shop here to protest all that drilling.